Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a request. And two of my followers, one is my cousin Maria from Argentina. Hey, if you're watching this. And also Sophie Acapella. I'm sorry if I'm chopping your name. You guys also were wondering like, okay, what happened to you? Like a few weeks ago, you were like gone for like almost 2 weeks. And what was that all about? Number one, I haven't seen my friend that used to live here in New Jersey. He moved to LA and he came back for 2 weeks, and I spent pretty much as much time as I could with him because I don't know, I just missed him so much. And he's a photographer, and we did photo shoots when I didn't know anything about makeup, and he wanted me to be like the model. But now that he told me that, he's like, oh my god, you have a YouTube channel, you have to do makeup, we have to do a collab. The theme of the photos, which I have them on Instagram, and I'm gonna probably put it somewhere here so you guys know what I'm talking about. It was going to be like kind of like gothic-y, kind of but sexy at the same time. Also, my hard drive of my MacBook crashed. It just died, and I was so mad because I already had recorded a look, which was my second look for using the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, and I couldn't edit it, and I wanted to do that on time. But you know, I'm sorry you guys, just in case if you wanted to know, I figured this look would be amazing for Valentine's Day. Now this look, as you can see, is very bold, eyes and lips and the whole 9 yards. If you're with whoever you think you're gonna spend Valentine's Day, whether it's your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, if you want to have a 50 Shades of Grey kind of night, I'm going a little bit like, you know, whoa. I'm just gonna leave it like that. If you read the book, which I read 3 of them, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you can check out the movie, which I am dying to watch. Thumbs up if you are a 50 Shades of Grey fan, because yes, I cannot wait for the movie. So without further ado, if you guys want to see how I came up with this look, then just keep on watching. So we're gonna jump straight to the eyeshadows. I already primed my eyes, and as you can see, I did my brows just to, you know, get the momentum going. And this is the Coastal Scents BRC M51, and I'm gonna be using my Lorac Pro palette, and the shade is called Cream. It's a nice matte eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using this first. I'm gonna start applying it on my brow bone, and also I'm going to apply this all over my lid. Next, I'm going to be using this Makeup Geek eyeshadow. It's in the shade Creme Brulee, along with my Coastal Scents BRC N06, which is a nice fluffy blending brush. And we're going to apply this right above our crease. You see that I'm not going right there, I'm going right above it. Again, let's time out for a second. I was forgetting the most important thing here, and that is to use my Scotch tape. Before I go any further, I mean, Jello, I don't know, what was I thinking? Obviously, I was not thinking. I want to make sure that I obviously have a nice crispy outer V, so I like to use a Scotch tape. Okay, now that looks more like it. So we're gonna go back again with Creme Brulee as I was doing it previously. Next, I'm going to be using another Makeup Geek eyeshadow. This was in the shade Creme Brulee, and I'm going to be using this Zoeva 228 crease brush. Now this, we're going to focus right on the crease. So we're just going to start blending this out. I'm gonna go back again with my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm gonna be using another Coastal Scents brush. This one is the BRC N08. Now this brush I like because it's very dense and it gets right on the outer V, which is perfect, and is what I'm gonna be applying this eyeshadow. And I'm gonna be using this eyeshadow that is in the shade Espresso. You have to be very careful with these eyeshadows because they are so pigmented. It almost looks black, as you can see. I say you start with only a little bit and you work your way out. Otherwise, it looks like someone punched you, really. And obviously, we're not going for that look. Now you can always go back with the first eyeshadow that I used right above my crease, which was Creme Brulee. And it's nice to go back and just make sure that, you know, we blend out any edges because we don't want any harsh lines. Typically, I do go back again and touch up my eyeshadows. Now I'm gonna go with Cocoa Bear. And last but not least, Espresso. Now lately I've been loving this Zoeva brush, and this is the number 234 Luxe Smoky Shader brush. I love how it picked up my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. It was amazing. So I was like, I need to use this a little bit more. Now I'm gonna be using back again my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm gonna be using a combination of these two eyeshadows. First I'm gonna be using light bronze, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply on top of it gold. I'm going to be using this fluffy blending brush, and this is by Sensational's EV15. We can go right ahead and just remove this scotch tape. And voila! Next I'm going to be using my Mally Evercolor Starlight Waterproof Liner in the shade Midnight. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this on my waterline and also tightening my eye. Now for my lower lash, I'm going to be applying the Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear and Creme Brûlée, and I'm going to be using this Zoeva 230 Luxe Pencil. Then I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics Flat Shady Brush. I don't know. And I'm going to be using Corrupt, which is this black eyeshadow. And I'm going to mix it with Espresso, which was the eyeshadow that I use on my Lorac Pro palette. We're gonna go right ahead and use a liquid liner. You guys know that I love my NYC liquid liner, and this is going to be hopefully easy now that I have, you know, the scotch tape line. I don't know about you guys, but I can never make them even, but we shall see. Next, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and I'm going to apply this on my top and lower lashes. And for falsies, I'm going to change it up for today. I'm going to be using my Ardell Glamour 113. I just wanted to skip on my face because I typically been doing the same thing, and I feel like I'm boring you guys with the same thing over and over again. I did use my Maybelline. I also did a little cream contour. I'm going to be using this Tarte palette. This came out like a year ago. I'm going to be using a combination of this peachy color along with this rosy mauvey shade. Oh my god, I think I put a lot. Okay, now for highlighter, I'm going to be using something that I purchased last year, and it came in with a kit, and this is the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. Oh my god, a little bit goes a long way, I can tell. Oh my god, I put a lot. Wowza. I like it that it doesn't have chunks of glitter. So now, before I forget, I'm gonna go back one more time. My eyes. I want to make sure that I highlight the inner parts of my eye, and I'm just gonna go back with the light bronze. I'm gonna be using for my lips. I'm gonna be lining them with my LA Girl Endless Semi-Permanent Auto Lip Liner in the shade Berries. Okay, and for lips, I don't know which one I'm gonna be using, but I love my Wet n Wild lipsticks. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna go for maybe the Fergie lipstick. This was in the shade Saragina. And last but not least, I'm going to be adding up this L'Oreal liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Scarlet Concerto. It's a beautiful, glossy, way over the top red lip gloss. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys like and enjoy this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel in case you didn't, and also give me a thumbs up if you enjoy and like this look, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah! Besitos.